Eye in the Sky Drones, where we do drone content, tech related content, and video content. Today we got something special we want to talk about, and it's the update to the Mavic Air 2. Have you done the update yet? The Mavic Air 2 update brings a lot of new stuff. It brings zoom to the Mavic Air 2, a lot of stuff we've been wanting. It brings 4K hyperlapses to the Mavic Air 2. It's just an all-around good update. You can zoom 2 times in 4K, 2.7K. You can also zoom 4 times in 1080p. So let's take a look at some of the footage and see what we can see on the Mavic Air 2. The first thing we notice when we look at the Mavic Air 2 update is the changes to the battery indicator. It changes when you can see the return to home times. Now we take a look at 4K zoom 1 time. And then if we look at it again, we see 4K zoom coming in at 2 times. The image looks crisp, it's still good. And that's in 4K. So we get to zoom in the Mavic Air 2 in 4K. Then when we look at the 1080p footage, you can zoom a little bit more times with this. You can zoom 4 times with that. This is 1 time zoom. The image is still crisp and clean. 2 times. Still crisp and clean in 1080p. And then we look 3 times. We're zooming in even more. And then finally 4 times zoom in 1080p. So the Mavic Air 2, this update brings quite a few changes. And then if we look at the video with the zoom, we're not getting any video loss. We're not getting any degradation of cameras. Of course, when you're in 1080p and you get down to the 4 times zoom, there's some degradation, but it's not a lot. So this is a great new feature added to the Mavic Air 2 update. And then another feature that we get to look at is the hyperlapse on the Mavic Air 2. The hyperlapse now can, the hyperlapse on the Mavic Air 2 can now be done in 1080p, 4K, and 8K. So yes, we finally got 4K hyperlapses. So this is just an example of when you set your waypoints. Now in the update, you can set your waypoints, but a good thing about setting the waypoints, you can save these waypoints so you can fly them over and over again. This is good if you're going to film at night and in the morning, from morning to night, and show a gradual change. Now you can save your preset route and come back to it later. So as you see, after you go your route, you can go to the task library, rename it anything you want, and save it. And then you can come back and fly those hyperlapses just so you can get that progression of time. This is a great new feature added to the Mavic Air 2. It was on the Mavic 2 Zoom and the Mavic 2 Pro, but they brought it to the Mavic Air 2. And then with the 4K hyperlapses, you now can do it in 2-second intervals. And now if we look, we can take a look at what a 4K hyperlapse looks like. Well, that's all from the Mavic Air 2 update. I hope you enjoy, and always be safe and have fun flying.